Welcome to County Portal, your simple source for local government services and public records. Let's get started.
So you're buying a car in Missouri and you want to know how to avoid paying that hefty sales tax. It's a big expense that can add thousands to your purchase, so it's smart to understand the rules. Let's be very clear from the start, for most standard car purchases, paying sales tax is a legal requirement. Trying to illegally dodge it is tax evasion, and the Missouri Department of Revenue does not take that lightly. This video is about the legal exemptions and specific situations where you might not have to pay. I am not a tax professional or an attorney, so always double-check with the official Missouri DOR website for the most current laws and forms. Okay, let's get into the legal methods. The most common way to avoid sales tax is through a gift. If a family member, like a parent or grandparent, gives you a car as a true gift, no sales tax is due. The key here is that it must be a genuine gift. No money can be exchanged, not even $1. You will need to fill out a specific document, the General Affidavit, Form 768, or a notarized statement from the giver, declaring that the vehicle was a gift. Lying on this form is perjury, so don't try to say a car was a gift when you actually paid for it. Another similar exemption is inheritance. If you inherit a vehicle through a will or as part of an estate, you won't owe sales tax when you title it in your name. You will need the proper documentation from the estate to prove this. There are also specific exemptions for certain individuals. For example, some disabled veterans may be exempt from sales tax on a vehicle purchased with assistance from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Also, non-resident military personnel stationed in Missouri may have special provisions. Now, what about buying a car out of state? This is a common point of confusion. Buying a car in a state with no sales tax, like Oregon, does not mean you get to bring it to Missouri tax-free. When you register that car in Missouri, you will owe Missouri state and local sales tax. However, Missouri does offer a credit for taxes paid to another state. If you buy a car in Kansas and pay their 6.5% sales tax, you'll get a credit for that amount when you register in Missouri. You'll just have to pay the difference up to your local Missouri tax rate. If the other state's tax rate was higher, you don't get a refund, but you won't owe any more to Missouri. While not a way to completely avoid tax, remember that using a trade-in significantly lowers your tax bill. In Missouri, you only pay sales tax on the difference between the price of the new car and the value of your trade-in. So, a $10,000 trade-in on a $30,000 car means you're only taxed on $20,000, which is a big savings. In short, unless you're receiving a car as a legitimate gift, an inheritance, or fall into a very specific exempt category, you should expect to pay sales tax. Thanks for watching. If this video helped clear things up for you, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more straightforward guides.